Okay.
Oh, you so annoying. Oh, you so annoying. Hi, pillow. Oh, this is it.
I am a superwoman. Yes, I am. We're not promoting for free, so I'm gonna turn it sideways.
Come on.
Hey, Taylor, how are you?
I'm doing well.
What do you think about this topic?
Ooh, we're toxic. Okay. Is that... No, we need to be louder? More?
So, what's the thesis? Oh, you supposed to say that?
Girl, I didn't know we were starting.
I didn't know. Okay, ready. All right, so today, what's the thesis? Like, we are actually...
Rosé.
Yeah, what rosé what? Oh, you're right.
Mimosa.
Rosé tea. Yeah, we're making like a mimosa. We're not doing orange juice, but like this is gonna be our champagne. It's actually mead. So mead is fermented honey, which is you should do mead tastings because that's when I spend all my money. But
And get drunk. Okay.
so it's kind of like wine, I guess. And that's what we're drinking with our rosé.
This heavy pour.
So the rosé is really rosy. That's really that's the main part of the tea. It's got green tea and white tea in it. The flavor, you don't even need sugar. The flavor is amazing, but that's what we're drinking today because you may be toxic if you drink mimosas.
Cheers.
My hand was too little.
Okay.
It's very light.
Very light.
It still tastes like tea though.
Both of them is light though.
If you drink it like this, you'll probably be drunk because...
I'm gonna say you kept pouring my mead, okay?
And yours is still light?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to say that I'm Marasian? Okay, at this point, I guess you know that I'm Marasian.
They might have not seen the first episode.
So go ahead and tell them who you are then.
I'm Taylor.
We are here to talk about the pitfalls and pendulum swings of...
Getting through to getting there.
I think we skipped some stuff, but it's fine. Anyway, let's just talk. Because that's what we're
black
here
and
for.
well.
Yeah, being black and well. So how do we feel?
Tired.
I feel a little weird. I'm gonna be real. It's not flowing as naturally for me today.
Same. I'm sleepy. That's what it is.
I'm a morning person. Taylor is
Also a morning person.
So, we're dwindling down at this point. But
this is the evening.
We are talking about sometimes the toxic person is you. So what are your toxic traits? So how do you know you're toxic? And what are we gonna do about it?
Are we gonna do something about it?
So we started off, we kind of did this on the front end, but we asked a few of our closest friends, what is our problem? Or what's the thing about us that really gets to them? So we called it our toxic trait, but everybody doesn't look at it as a toxic trait. So do you have your highlights?
Yes. So mine was indecisiveness. Ooh, what did Bae say? Did she say indecisive too?
She definitely said indecisive.
Okay. That's why I flip a coin, so. Oh, I can be clingy and what was that?
Who said you was clingy? I'm just playing.
And what's that other thing you said? Follow through.
Oh yeah, follow through. I think I said that Taylor has all these ideas and things she wants to do. But she's almost trying to do them all.
At one time.
Yeah. So then none of them get completed. But so mine.
You were prepared. You wrote yours down.
I did. I didn't want to forget them. I avoid stressful situations. I shut down. I am a put up a wall type of person. Sometimes I'm too pushy. Apparently things have to be my way. Or I have to be in a situation that makes me comfortable. Like I won't do it unless I'm it's a comfortable environment for me. And then my sister said, and my mom, I'm sorry, I don't think I was supposed to say who. I don't think it matters. Anyway, they said that I was like, I'm easily irritated. I don't have patience. All those things. But those are for sure true. I'm not even going to lie. So that was my feedback. I don't think any of it I was defensive about. I think all of it, I genuinely knew that's who I am. That's what I do.
Same. That is me. Indecisive. I mean, we saw that in the last episode.
What were we talking? What did we say?
The
you have to make, coin.
Yeah, that you have to make decisions for me.
Yeah. So there's not enough alcohol in here for me.
Pour it up then.
So maybe it's not. Oh, you know what?
What?
This meat is light tasting. I poured the wrong one. I mean, it's the only one I got, but it's a light tasting one. But anyway, so I think the hardest part about like toxic, because we use the word toxic so much, is like what is considered toxic. But I guess it's like perspective. But I think when I think about myself, maybe we should use the word character flaws.
I think that will be closer. Character flaws or like things you just should work on. But toxic is like when it hurts someone else to me.
Let's look up the definition of toxic. Britney Spears popped up. Containing or being poisonous material, especially when capable of causing death and serious debilitation, toxic waste. Okay. Anyway,
that's the one.
So it's poisonous. Toxic. Exhibiting symptoms of infection, extremely harsh, malicious, or harmful. Relating to or being an asset that has lost so much value that it cannot be. Okay, so I'd say it's probably extremely harsh, malicious, or harmful.
Yeah, I would say that's the one.
And kind of a little manipulative at the same time. But I think a lot of us just exhibit character flaws that are like heightened when we're in different emotional states.
Or around like, just when you have to be in friendship or relationship with people. Like, indecisiveness, that affects me, but like, it doesn't really affect anyone else unless I got to make a decision for someone or like with someone.
See, I like making decisions for other people. Except for when I don't want to. It's just like, I don't know. And then it's like, okay, the times I do want your opinion, you don't have anything to say. It wasn't my decision to have an opinion now. So that's a control problem. But, you know, we're talking about it in therapy. I think that is kind of toxic for me. Because, like, feeling like you have to, like, have a hand in everybody's, like...
business.
Yeah. And, like, you know, happiness. You know, it almost feels like you want to, like, help. But really, you want to make yourself feel good at the same time. Like, you want to feel good about having a hand in that. But, I mean, I genuinely want people to be, like...
feel better.
Yeah, but, like, it does make you feel good to make people feel good. So, yeah.
I have something like that. Like when people don't listen, like you ask for my advice, but then you didn't take it.
They probably don't listen because they can't hear you.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What was I saying?
When people don't listen.
Oh, like in control. Yeah, like if they ask for my advice or like going through something and then they don't listen. Oh, that really makes me just want to fix everything.
Has anybody ever called you toxic?
No.
Have you called anybody toxic?
Oh, yes.
I do it all the time.
Ooh,
I listen to people's stories and I'm like, that's kind of toxic. Yes. I don't say it out loud though. I'm just like, So I'm a little judgmental moment, but you know, I don't hold it against people.
This one story I'm thinking of, yes, definitely held it against them.
But honestly, I think the people who get highlighted with the toxic thing, I'm gonna say it's because they don't go to therapy. I know everybody's like, that's not the solution to everything. But you won't know that you have some toxic traits until someone who's like impartial can allow you to see that. Because they really don't tell you. You don't go to therapy thinking they're gonna tell you what's wrong with you. They're going to help you get to it. And nothing's wrong with you. Let me say nothing's wrong with you. But our character flaws come out like when you're talking to somebody who has no stake in the conversation.
Yeah, because like if you tell me something, it's like, I might put up a wall or be defensive or like, nah, you're just saying that because of X, Y, and Z. You're my friend. Like, I might not take it as serious. Like your therapist basically gets you to say it for
You
yourself.
like,
Being
dang,
like,
I did.
that's true, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Because I think a lot of times when we have our perceptions or we have our reactions to things, it's not the same coming from the people you're having the reaction towards. Because it's like, okay, well, you triggered that. So
yeah. I'm about to say you did it, so that's
what
why
you
I did
got.
that.
But when you hear it from somebody on the outside, it's like,
Oh, I was wrong there. I see.
yeah. So I feel like that's a hot word that people use on the Instagram quotes of the world. But I think we're all kind of toxic in some way. So we talked about, do we think it's accurate? The things that people dinged us on.
Absolutely.
Is it something that you want to work on?
I try to be less indecisive and less clingy and less, what's the other one? Oh, and follow through. I'm trying to cut down on things I'm doing.
But how do you do that? Like, what are the active steps you're taking to do that?
So let's say I'm feeling clingy or something, or like, I'll go see like, what have I been doing for myself? Like, should I take some me time? Do I need to like meditate? Go read the Bible or something? Because sometimes it's not that I want to be like, I guess, have attention or be around someone. It's just like, I'm looking for them to feel something that I need to go like, calm down.
So you assess like what it is that you're looking for them to feel?
Yeah, I guess.
So that you can go like,
do it myself.
That's good.
Oh, thank you.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Therapy moment.
Oh, yes.
That's growth. A growth.
How you take something.
People's response to you is based on them, not you.
Yes.
It's not what you said. It's how they perceived it.
Now, sometimes you can say something that is harsh or mean.
Yeah.
But even still, like for an extreme example, like Martin Luther King, like people were throwing things at him, spitting, saying all types of things. And he reacted calmly, kindly, with like, just next level therapy session with enlightenment.
Girl, that's Jesus, the blood of Jesus.
Because therapy ain't got me at that level. But that, yeah, it is really like how you respond. Even if someone says something mean or harsh or wrong,
or that hurts your feelings, it's kind of like you learn to take, I'm not gonna say nothing personal because none of us are perfect, but you learn to not take things personal initially. Like, let me get more information about maybe why you could have said that or where that came from. So like now I try to take a pause, or even I'll run it by somebody like Taylor, for instance, who's very, well, it depends on the situation, who's very impartial. I'm just kind of like, okay, was I tripping? Like, did I take that personally when I shouldn't have, type of thing. So I think that's important. You got to have people who you can trust to be honest with you in those situations. Because I'm not always honest to people. I could admit that. I think I decide whether I feel like people can hear it or not. Like, can you take this before I give you my honest feedback? So I gauge where they're at, but maybe that's not fair. Maybe I should allow them
that
to
could be the control.
Yeah. Let me control the situation from exploding by only giving you like this much of it. When I can righteously I could be honest. Like, it's okay to be honest with people. Like, I feel like I've spent a lot of time being honest with myself. So like, that's like how we're like our biggest critic. So like my toxic traits, I know what they are. I feel it when I do it. Like right after it happens, I'm like, dang, that was harsh. That was kind of mean. Someone might take that personally. That's not how I meant it, but I'm a little prideful and I don't necessarily apologize. I hate apologizing. And I don't like when people apologize to me either.
Wait, what? Why?
Because to me, your apology is just words you're saying. The changed behavior is really your apology to me.
There's an apology love language type of test. We should take it.
Well, that's where my words of affirmation don't work. I need actionable things to feel that you didn't And then sometimes if you're really connected to that person, I know you didn't intend it like that, but because you said it, it hurt my feelings.
Oh.
So I think a lot of our toxic traits come out like with our response to things. I think that's where we see it most.
Yeah, I would. Okay, well, indecisiveness is just large character flaw for me, just in everything. But I will say some of my other, like, I guess, character flaws definitely come out in reaction to other people. Like things, let's say I feel like I'm over something, got through it, and then for me, like, I used to tell my therapist all the time, like, you got me through therapy to deal with myself. Now that I'm like, have to deal with other people, I'm like, we didn't do enough therapy for this. Like, I know how to handle me, but what if they don't, they're not doing the therapy steps, ma'am. Now what? Now what?
I think that's a good point. I think I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm the opposite, but it's more like I am learning now to deal with myself. Like I was learning how to deal with myself with people, and now I'm learning how to deal with myself alone. And so like it does make you assess yourself when you respond to things or you tripping over nothing or you feel emotional about this or, kind of down and out. Like it makes you literally sit with yourself and it's like, what am I feeling? Because I'm not taking on your feelings or somebody else's feelings. It's not a reaction to anybody else. It's me. So to me, in this time alone, I've been able to like see my toxic traits more clearly.
And see, I would say I'm more blinded because now it's like, well, I know me and how I react like normally when it's just myself. But now when I have to react with someone else, I'm like, I don't know how I responded sometimes. It's like, I have to like look back and be like, okay, so that triggered me. And usually in a normal, like non-triggered, I would just, respond calmly or like, now I'm like angry and being extra sarcastic and stuff. Oh.
Well, I think my most toxic thing is the controlling thing. Because I think, and it's not in a sense of like, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's more of like, I like being in control of the situation when I'm in it. Like, I think I know everything too. So when other people ask me like, yeah, I got, what you want me to tell you? Like, I know what to do. But just in general, like having to control my environment, who's in my environment, how I feel around them. Like, I think that triggers anxiety because it's like, okay, well, you got to be like this. It's almost like a checklist in your head. Like, make sure these things are taken care of before we do this activity or we're around this person. And
wait, is this for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like my internal dialogue before I do anything, which is very controlling. And I think that comes out like in other areas of my life. So like, I think I do want what I want when I want it. But like, there are times where I'm like, you can't ask for what you want because this isn't that type of situation.
Like, but they also get to ask for what they want.
Yeah, like it's not just about you. But it rolls over though, because then there are times where you don't say what you want or what you need. And then you're upset about something. We kind of talked about that before. And it's like, well, you didn't communicate what you needed.
You're trying to manage their like reaction or blow up, so you didn't say what you needed.
Yes, that is. But girl, I wasn't even saying that, but that's exactly what it is.
But then also, you don't want to. What were you saying? Like, you don't want to control the situation. So it's like you try to balance it here, but then you like counterbalance it too much.
Yes.
Yeah, that's life.
That's a good point.
That's life right there.
The thing that you said that really hit me was managing
others' reactions.
Yes, I think that is, I take back the control. Oh, I guess that's a form of control. But literally, that's what I do. Like, I don't want you to, I like try to control how I react to control how someone else reacts.
Oh, I got a question.
What?
Why?
Because you be reading my mind.
Right here.
I think sometimes there are feelings or emotions that I don't want to experience. So it's like, if I go down that path, then I got to talk about this or express this. And I'm just not in a place where I want to do that right now. So let me keep the mood light or let me, I want to talk deep. It's a control thing.
Oh, do you think it has something to do with anxiety?
Yeah, it's that controlling the environment. I want to be comfortable, whatever makes me comfortable in that environment. But I think for so long, you like feel like it's not up to you what makes you comfortable in the environment. So then when you get in an environment where you can decide, then you really decide. And hence all the gates in my house now that I have a puppy.
She just wanted to show y'all her dog mom sweatshirt.
I'm just saying.
That's really all the reason. Y'all can't even see that, okay?
I'm just saying, you know, I wasn't a dog person, but I think I could become one with my new pup Noah.
I'm about to say, look at the shirt.
We got brother and sisters.
Yeah. Australian Shepherds.
Oh yeah, that's important. People like to know that. Anyway, the point is controlling the environments. So it's kind of hard to shift back and forth to, okay, you're back in a space where it's not up to you how to control this environment. So yeah, you have to take a step back. I feel like this subject comes up in therapy. Like that's one of our main topics right now is me needing to control. And it's not this like A-type thing that comes out. It's really just like my reaction to it is anxiety, which is me trying to control things. It's not like
you're trying to avoid anxiety. But by doing that, sometimes you cause more anxiety. Boom. Okay.
That's why I call
her. Yeah, and I said that I would try to be more decisive, which my therapist said is a trust thing. And that's why I say, like, instead of going to like...
That's what my therapist be doing. Okay, go ahead.
That's why instead of going to like ask you for like help making a decision, instead it's like, okay, let's look at what we are like ignoring about like myself or something that is making me not want to trust myself.
So
also, I don't like being wrong. So that's another separate issue. I don't have to be right, like as in control, right? But I don't want to be wrong.
That's helpful to know though. Because I get frustrated when you don't make decisions.
And so like,
I'd be like, I don't want to have to do it right now. Like, can you make a decision? Like, where are we going? I don't care.
And then also, that's another thing. Like, I don't care because just like lots of times people like really have strong opinions and like really get upset when things don't go their way. And I'm just like, I don't want that to like cause problems. So I'm just like, it don't matter. I'll figure it out either way.
You're avoiding confrontation.
Yes.
But like, just because your opinion isn't strong, like it's not this super passionate opinion doesn't mean it's not valid. Like,
but I think from so long of not really caring like which way we go, also I'm willing to try things. So it's like, okay, if you really want to do this, sure. Like I'm cool with trying something. Let's do that. It's like a cycle. We haven't broke that down in therapy yet.
Okay.
We got to trust yourself. That's where we're at.
Well, we'll follow up on that. Do you think you're misunderstood, or do you think people see you like for who you truly
are? They might get the overarching like, oh, you're indecisive. Like, yeah, you might be able to pinpoint like the name, but like why? No, I don't think they know why. No one usually asks.
So do you think like anybody ever truly understands us then? Like in general as people?
That's very deep.
Okay,
That's very deep.
We're all misunderstood. I think I probably feel like I am. Like, cause I'm like, I always feel myself trying to like explain myself or like, well, this is why I did this. Like that's, you know, cause I'm like, well, maybe if I explain it, they'll get it and then they won't feel how they feel. But it's just kind of like, if you've created this image in your head or whatever, that's just what you're going to think. So like that need to defend yourself. It probably also goes back to trust. Because Taylor gave me kudos the other day because there was this one thing I didn't defend myself about.
Very proud.
But I didn't feel the need to. Like I knew what it was. And I just was like this is not the situation for that. So yeah, I mean, working on it and growing, but no, I still feel the need to. Yeah, my daddy calling. I'm gonna just silence that real quick. He don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Did you let him watch the first show?
No, I sent it to the family group text, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't use YouTube. But we'll get him to watch it in person.
That was so funny.
Yeah, my daddy's a character. He's crazy. What was I saying?
Working on it.
Okay, yes, working on it. Misunderstood.
Yes.
Yeah, but I decided it's not I'm working on I feel like I'm really trying to have therapy, this thing.
Working on not trying to defend yourself?
Yeah, I'm working on not having to control someone else's view of me.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
But that's trust. That has to do with like, based on talking to my therapist, you know, because I just don't know everything. That has to do with you trusting that you know who you are. Like,
yes.
Because I think it triggers us because it's like, well, dang, I kind of thought that a little bit. And now that they said it, it makes it like
you
real.
Spiral in your head.
Yeah. Like, but it kind of, but then like when you do that, you know how we talk about the, like the dialogue you have in your head, like, girl, we're not doing this today. It's almost like cutting it off like that. Like, ooh, that's not a you thing. Let's just keep going. So what are you not saying right now? You think there's anything you're not saying right now?
What I'm getting from this is I just really need to go back to taking more me time to like get to know myself. And then the indecisiveness, that's like a lifelong thing that I've been working through. So
have you seen progress though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't call you as much to be like, hey. Sometimes I'll flip a coin without telling you, but that's whatever.
That's your thing. You decided to flip the coin and you did not include me on that decision. So I'd say that was a decision.
What are you not saying?
I think I'm the wine helps you say it all, or the me.
You said it all.
Anything that I feel like I'm not saying is not on subject. So we're going to, because that's the next episode, I'm sure. But I think in general, though, I think I'm good. I think I had a productive conversation. I was about to call it a session. This is not a therapy session. No, but you know what? No, I have something.
Okay. I
am proud of the progress I am making with self-reflect, like spending time by myself. Because I used to like it, and then now I don't. But we're learning some things, and we're working through it, so I'm proud.
I am learning to reflect on myself and what I've been doing in relationships because, like I said, therapy for myself, we had that down pat. This group, managing other people's reactions.
Ooh. Would you ever do group therapy?
Yes. But I'm not even gonna lie, it's not in a like positive way. Okay, not for a positive, genuine. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's not for me.
It'd be like, come on with me. This is how I do
it. Which is so
I'm gonna let the therapist tell you what I already told you.
Exactly. See, and that is. So you know what? If I can work on my internal reaction.
Sounds like manipulation to me.
Didn't I just say so I could work on my internal reactions? Then maybe I would go to group therapy because therapy is great and it's like for you. So I wouldn't want to like ruin that because I'm being childish, selfish, whatever. You know? So
that's a real moment though.
Yeah. But yeah, we're here to be honest. You know? Mutually beneficial experience. Yes.
Okay. So we asked for feedback. We got our responses. So now it's your turn. So our reflection moment is for you to find out what your toxic traits are. And don't let people say like nothing. There's nothing wrong with you. Don't let them say that.
They might. You're like real close friends. They might just be like, "Oh, nothing, girl. You're great." They're lying to you. Let them get the dirt, okay?
Yeah, and then work on it. Go back and forth, but it's not productive.
Yeah, let's not do that episode.
Well, I don't like when you
and you did that. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't.
But like honestly, get genuine feedback because sometimes we're not very aware of how we come off to other people. So yeah, think about it, write it down,
drink your tea,
because it's not real until you write it. Oh, call your therapist, or like find one, and if you need help, we can help you. I know people who know people.
Okay, I was gonna say what?
Oh, I have people who be asking me. I'm like, I should start a therapy connection, but I don't know a lot of therapists, but I know therapists who know a lot of therapists. So, and it's really hard to find Black therapists.
Therapy tip. If you don't like your first therapist, it's like dating. Keep trying, okay? It's not you. It's just sometimes we don't click with everybody.
But it ain't even as hard as dating. So don't be like, If you
Don't
have
give
to
up.
go to, yeah.
Don't give up.
But don't think that you're going to have to go like 5 different therapists to find the one. You probably, 1 or 2, you'll probably find somebody. Anyway.
Be honest in therapy. Okay.
And don't be surprised if you cry the first time. Especially if you're going reluctantly.
Now I've got questions. Did you cry the first time?
Yeah. My first therapy session was after I had my mental breakdown in college. And I thought I was like cool a little bit. And then I don't even know what I was crying about. It felt good to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh, someone understands me?
I didn't even like the lady I was talking to, but whatever. Go ahead.
I didn't cry until maybe like the 10th. Yeah.
Well, that's our 10th. Good Lord. Some
Lots
people
of-
you really got to pull it out of them. You just got to keep
I'm gonna say I
pulling.
had a lot of compartmentalization, so we had to, tear down some walls and stuff.
Girl, you had to do a demolition. So like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, all the social media platforms. Find us and
comment. Let us know your toxic traits, what you're willing to work on.
what you're not.
Yes, be honest. Like, some things, it's just like, you know what? We're not there, so we're just gonna have to accept it. Maybe one day.
Or maybe never.
We are not perfect. Maybe never. Bye-bye.